Everybody live?
We're live.
Both live?
We're live.
What is up, Power Team? We are in Las Vegas.
Yay.
So we're in Las Vegas. We're actually here for the mastermind, the Rand Up Mastermind tomorrow with Chris Record, Peter Sorensen, the Parkers, and the Popas. And every time we go to any kind of a market, we love to pull people together, and we'll do typically a presentation for guests that have not been exposed to HempWorks yet, and then we'll follow it up with a little training, and then a little food, a little glass of wine, tequila. Hey! Hey! Put some CBD on it. Everybody's great. So this is what tonight is. We're going straight for a training, and what's cool is that we have Tammy Popa. We have Kathy Parker. And Aaron Parker. With all that said, we are at the house, at the home of the one and only Sherry Burke. So thank you, Sherry Burke, for opening us up. Sherry Burke's a phenomenal network marketer, businesswoman, entrepreneur. She's been in this game for 30 plus years. So she really is phenomenal at this, pulling people together. And what network marketing is all about is a network. Congratulations, you figured it out. Check mark. So with that said, tonight is going to be all for you guys. We're going to turn this literally into Q&A. So Tammy, Kathy, Aaron, come on up. We're just going to do it like this.
All right.
Do you need to be back there?
No, it's good.
Yeah, we're good. What do you want to do? You want to shoot stuff?
No, I'm just sharing the video.
Oh, go ahead.
Cheers.
Yeah, just keep working.
Like, share, tag.
Well, could I
But
You can do whatever you want. It's your house.
jump in? Is if you all could just kind of tell your story a little, because there are new
Love it.
people that are here that
Hey guys,
absolutely
this
have
video
not
is.
been connected.
Hey Power Team.
Gary. Gary.
Hey guys, we're back. Hit like, share this video.
That's what they are. They're very much our energy. They're very committed to their lives. They have two daughters, just like us. They homeschool, just like us. And they're very hungry. They're starving. No. We've never seen this kind of hunger and dedication and work ethic, probably ever. So when we connected and decided to come together and create what's called a Power Team today, it was on purpose. This is all by design. It's not like, we tripped over it. It's literally by design. We chose to be here and to create some really big things together for you guys. So with that said, Aaron and Kathy Parker, take it away.
I'll go. So Aaron and I met in the industry, so we always say you don't need eHarmony, you just need network marketing. And I was like Tammy, I saw this when I was 19. I dropped out of college because I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I found network marketing. I was like, screw this, no student loans for me. We dated on and off, got married, been in the industry for a long time, since babies, and we had success. And then the company went out of business, had success, changed comp plan. So it's been a roller coaster for sure, and a very frustrating one because we love this industry and we know what it can do for people. And we found ourselves a little over a year ago, burned through savings because the company we were with prior just didn't work out, and we were searching. It was very bad. Like when we say negative bank account, we're talking like thousands. I laugh now, but we know what that feels like. And we found this, and he was like, "This is it." And I was like, "Oh, are you sure? Not again? Oh my god!" And I was like, "It better be something good, because I can't just like go sell a protein shake anymore." And when we talked to Josh and Jenna, the owners, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is it." And Jenna sent me the product, and I have to be compliant, but I have a very cranky stomach. So the product worked, and I had results within 3 days, and I was like, all right, if you don't do this, I'm doing it. And he was like, well, of course I'm doing it, duh. So we ran with this because our life literally depended on it. And it was really cool. Can I say income?
Yeah.
Okay, income disclosure, add that. Anyway, my first month we made $10,000. Within 6 months we earned 6 figures. And now we just saw a video that we're in the top 1% of income earners in the country.
Gary Vaynerchuk, you guys have heard of Gary Vee?
Oh, yeah.
He did a video, and I mean, I just didn't even know this, but he was talking about how if you make $400,000 in a year, you're in the top 1% in a whole country. And it was like a 60-second little video, and I was like, honey, you made it! We made it! For the first time in our life!
So it's just like a little over a year, negative 1,000. We literally scrounged our last money on a credit card to get in, and now we're in the 1%, which is pretty cool. So this is our dream. This is what we've been running for and working so hard for half our life.
Yeah,
So that's my story.
our whole
Tell
marriage.
your side, your perspective.
And what you'll see of Aaron and Kathy is that Aaron, I like to call him the firecracker, because you light the fuse and it goes boom. Watch. Watch. Go. Tell your story.
So, yeah, I mean, our whole life has been network marketing. You know, I started at 18. We met and I was 20, and it's been network marketing ever since. I fell in love with this industry, what it could do, seeing so many people create time freedom, financial freedom. It wasn't a question of if it worked, it was only a matter of why wasn't it working for me.
Yeah.
And finally, when I took responsibility for that, and I didn't, count on Kathy or my upline or anything else, it was my responsibility, it's my business, and I got sick and tired of being where we were, which was working 2 jobs. And I mean, it's like anytime I get frustrated with this business, which there's times we get frustrated, right? I just take myself back to living in Elkhart, Indiana, working 2 jobs, getting up at 5 a.m., working at a trailer factory, and coming home covered in fiberglass, hating what I did every day, and not being able to spend time with my kids, and being broke. And it was like just an epiphany, a wake-up call of, and by the way, during all this, I'm still trying to make money in an online business, a home-based business, network marketing, while I'm working 2 jobs.
And I was in network marketing.
And she was in
I was
network
in
marketing,
part
so,
finance.
we're still like, the dream is still alive, but it wasn't working. And it wasn't working because we weren't ready for it to work for us. And finally, one day, get him! And finally one day, when I had that breaking point, it just clicked. And we started having some success, but then it was like Kathy said, up and down, up and down. It was 5 years of struggling to keep something going. We would get to earning a decent amount of money, and then it would go away. And then we would get back to earning a little bit of money, and it would go away. And so when, now we've been in MDC for 14 months. Actually, the end of this month is 14 months in the business. And we were probably the worst we'd ever been prior to this. Just chasing the dream and just in the wrong vehicle. And when we saw MDC, I saw the light. And I knew what we had was special with the system, with Josh and Jenna, with the products, the comp plan, and seeing how much money people were making who had never made big money before. I was like, wait a minute, I know what she did in the last company, and now she's made $1 million in 1 year. I was like, this is unique, this is special. So we got started, and it was like everything we got. And literally, no exaggeration, we had no money. No credit cards, no credit score, nothing in the bank account. We had just enough on a car. Like, we had just enough money coming in to be able to just feed our kids. That was it. And so when people say, I don't have money, I'm like, I know exactly how you feel. And so we got started, and it was like, for me, it was like, as a husband and as a father, I was like, how did I let this happen? How did I let this happen? And so I used this vehicle to redeem myself and to create the dream that we've always wanted our whole life. And what we have with MDC is truly special. And we've never experienced success like this before, ever. So this is unique, this is special, and we're just so excited, like, to be able to work with the Popas.
Yeah!
Tammy, come up here. Yeah! Tammy Popa. But the people need you.
Yes, put stuff here.
Here,
All right.
I got your Facebook Live.
How many people are actually live? You guys live too?
Oh, Lord.
Everybody's live. All right, awesome. Well, you guys are a very good-looking group of people. I know a few of you, and I'm just excited to be here with Mama Burke. Thanks for having us. We're so
pleasure.
so excited to be here. And you know, they had an amazing story, as Andre said. I don't really have a lot to add to that. We wanted to work together because we love their energy. We like to have fun, as you guys know. We have a design and construction background as well as other businesses that we've built through the years. And we've built a few network marketing companies like the Parkers, and we've made millions in the industry. We've been very blessed to do so. But we've also lost a lot of money in the industry and had some bad experiences as well. So we weren't necessarily looking for a company to do again. We were retired from this industry, let's say, until we were basically having conversations about freedom and time freedom and wanting to change some things in our life. And meanwhile, we were very into CBD for the last 5 years, really ever since my dad passed, which was 5 years ago here in Vegas. And so our kids are not immunized. We're very into all the holistic health, all the natural remedies, and so CBD became a very big part of our world for obvious reasons. And also his dad used it, his brother, which we can't say because you guys are all live. We'll just say they had stuff going on. Google that shit, I guess.
Yes. And that's my wife.
What does CBD do? Just go Google it.
Exactly.
If you haven't been to a road show yet, our compliance guy, who, you know, compliance guys usually don't get to be very much fun on stage, but he did get up and his new thing is that he gets to tell people, you really can't say all this stuff, but you can tell them to Google that shit.
Nice.
This corporate guy, it's pretty funny. So anyway, that's now our new joke. So all kinds of stuff going on, helped a bunch of stuff that was going on, and meanwhile, we wanted out of construction to the client end. We really just were very, very stressed out. Money was great, projects were getting bigger, but it owned us, and I was miserable. He thought he was happy, and then all of a sudden realized that he wasn't. When we went on vacation, literally he was glued to his phone. Stuff always went wrong the minute we left town. So it was just, you know, one of those things where we looked at each other and said, you know, we're not going to keep talking about one day, you know, or someday. It's now. We have now with our girls in our life. We're all healthy, happy. We need to enjoy this life. So we started to put a plan in motion to create more freedom, more time freedom. And you know, you'll find like money's great because it makes, you know, all these things happen. But even when you're making a lot of money but you don't have the time freedom to enjoy it, it really doesn't matter. Then you realize very quickly it's not about the money, it's about the money, the options that advise you. So for us, for me, I really desperately wanted out of what we were doing at the time and into a place where we could travel and just be free. And I liked the idea of the residual income checks I used to get when we met. And he was like, what are you doing? Why do you get paid every single month for something that you're not doing? I'm like, explain the concept.
Network marketing.
Yeah, and he's like, So basically we had friends hitting us up and saying, hey, there's a really, really big trend coming in CBD and hemp and all this stuff. Like, we're watching it, we're in it. We had people hitting us up to go buy land. They wanted to grow and manufacture and private label and just all this stuff. And we're like, we were tempted because we saw the trend coming, but we're like, that's not in alignment with us getting more time freedom. That's like headache, millions of dollars, lots of years in the making. So we really had to filter everything through our goals and what we were looking to achieve. And the answer was, is that going to get us, you know, the question was, is it going to get us closer to where we want to be in the freedom? And that it wasn't. So we said, no. And we're talking, you know, one night, and he says, well, you know, what if there was a network marketing company that had CBD products? And I was like, that'd be amazing, but I don't think, how could that be out there? Like, that's crazy.
Like we would have been pitched on it.
Yeah. Yeah, like, you know, we get hit up for everything else. Someone pitch us CBD. But it didn't happen. So we started looking ourselves and we found this company. Actually jumped on a flight from LA, flew to Vegas because we had sent an email. Didn't hear back right away, but we sent it right to the CEO, to Josh. And so then we decided, well, let's just go.
because we wanted to make decisions. So we flew out here, we sent an email that said, we're in town, we're not leaving until we meet you.
You have the email to prove it.
Yeah. Basically, so we met with Josh and Jenna, which was amazing. Went through our process and we meet. The big thing was, because we hadn't done it in about 5 years, we weren't planning to do this again, we said if we align with a company, it has to have all this criteria. It has to be amazing, it has to be the right industry, the right products, it has to be the right compensation plan, it has to be the right everything basically, because we're gonna do this one more time. If we do it. So it had a very, very long list that it had to meet all of this criteria, and it did. And after, from beginning to end, about a couple months that we did our due diligence to make sure that we were ready, that we could do this again, we're on board, and we jumped in, and it's been amazing. When you make a decision in your life, like for us, for years of being miserable, when we finally made that decision to shift, then we got to a point in our construction company, we had a project going that literally was in Malibu. It sold for $78 million cash. To give you an idea of the size and scope of the project. I think it's the one that did me in. And then after that, we basically got to a point where we were transitioning, and then we just started saying no. We started turning down multiple millions of dollars in contracts because we just were done. And that was a very scary place to be for me. Maybe even for him, but he's got his own version. So for me, it was very, very scary because it was taking that leap of faith. We knew what we wanted, but when we started actually turning away money and turning down jobs, it was like, okay, now we're in. And I feel like HempWorks for us at least was divine intervention. When you close one door and you take that leap of faith, this opened up, and it really has been so much more than we even hoped for or wanted. It's provided a lifestyle, which if you watch us online and you follow the Popas, we've been all over the place. We're doing what we love. We're traveling, we're building a business from our cell phone, and we're doing it with amazing people. You look around this room, and we're having fun. So we literally designed this life that we wanted and that we talked about 5 years ago, 2 years ago, and then as of about a year and a half ago, started actually making steps in that direction by saying no to construction and yes to opportunity. And this company came into our life, and it's just been incredible. We hit 100K affiliate our second month of business. Like the Parkers, we were able to, and we'll add income disclaimer for all the people that are live, but we were able to cross 6 figures very, very quickly, actually to our surprise of how we knew the comp plan was good, but when you put it in action, it's quite lovely. So yeah, we're happy, we're humbled to be here to serve amazing people like Sherry Burke, like all of you guys that are here, Shannon. We get to meet such amazing, amazing people all over the world and get to do what we love. So that's kind of the Popa story and how we aligned with these guys. And after we met at corporate, Jenna gave us 3 phone numbers to talk to people. They were one of them. So we called them up and said, hey.
And it was not an easy test to pass. Like, they're for real.
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah, so that's it. So here we are. And, I think we should just dive right in now that you know all of our stories and all that fun stuff. Let's dive into you guys and into how we can assist you tonight, what questions you have, how we can serve you guys.
Yeah.
This is really all about you.
And before you mentioned the bathtub, so no.
You're up.
No, watch, because so I was the first one to do a bathroom live. We were
With
the first.
another guy.
No.
He did one
The
before.
first Bath Bomb Live ever in HempWorks, it was just me by my lonesome
Oh, I missed
self.
that.
She wouldn't get in because she's like, I'm leaving the house, because she knew I would drag her in somehow. So anyway, so I was the first to do it. Then we were the first couple, female, male, to do a Bath Bomb Live. And tomorrow, the Parkers are getting involved.
Who wants to see the Parkers in a Bath Bomb Live?
What happens in Vegas never happens.
How does it
I
get
know it's
this
on
goes on
Facebook.
social media?
Yeah.
We have proof.
Yeah, so I love showing up to the road shows now, and people are like, hey, it's a Bath Bomb Live guy. You're married to him? I'm like, yeah. So now I'm just the lady married to the Bath Bomb Live guy.
That's funny.
What's up back here? So back to you guys. So we're good. Questions? How can we help you? Yeah, Yeah, this is just free,
Let's just
more
go.
conversation.
All right, you guys excited? Hit like,
Okay,
drop a
I just
comment.
wanna
Let's
kind
go,
of get to know
people.
everybody's name.
Power
I don't
team.
know, so let's just start here. Just tell us your name. Obviously, I'm assuming you're all here from Vegas. Just give us a quick thing, like how long you've been in, your name, how long you've been in. I know you're with Shannon, so what's your
Yeah, talk to us.
don't be shy.
Always me first.
Because you're right here. It just makes sense.
Well,
What is this?
Um,
Nuggets.
I actually came to Vegas.
Okay.
So, I've been in the business. I've been in the business for about a month.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I've never been in network marketing before. Super skeptical. Everything's a scam, a pyramid scheme. Everything's a negative. So, I.
This got elected in the.
Yeah.
I think everything has an opportunity.
Mr. Ego, but yes, absolutely
Yes.
true.
My husband tells me that all the time, how lucky I am that I met him.
Yeah, brought the positivity, so, I actually ended up, he heard about the road show in Vegas, on the radio, and I actually called up, found out where it was, and then we
Cool.
actually went. So when we actually went there, I was sold the first, when I was there, because I got to hear Josh and Jenna, and I loved it, I was like, oh, this is great. He was like, well, let me do my research, so I was like, yeah, I need to get in it, yeah. But I don't know anything about it, so I was like, so as soon as I walked out a couple days later, I was like, nah, it's nothing, whatever. My skepticism all came back. Then I saw him doing well, I saw CBD everywhere, because it is here. We came from Louisiana, I've been in Baton Rouge majority of my life, and was not there, so coming here, it's like, what is that? Why is everybody smoking marijuana? We just don't do that in the so-called Bible Belt, so, anyway, and then after, I actually got in, and I hate to say it on live, but I just recently upgraded to director.
Yeah! Boom!
I have a few more points till I make, 1K.
Nice.
But I have higher dreams than a 1K always.
Yeah.
I have
Oh.
to start somewhere. And the thing is, I had, I'm not very good on social media. I had, as he likes to say, over exaggerate. I had 67 friends and only 65 of them I liked. So I'm trying to get people. So,
Awesome.
but
Awesome. Nice to meet you.
Welcome.
Welcome.
All right, your name.
Hi, my name is Gail Parker. I'm one of the Parkers here.
Awesome. And how long have you been in?
I just joined with Sherry about a month ago,
Awesome.
and I just love it so far. I joke with my kids. I have 4 kids and 13 grandkids, and my children I raised don't smoke marijuana. It's bad. And now I'm telling them, what do you think about your mom pushing it now? But I'm real happy about it. I already have 1 customer and 1 affiliate.
Nice.
And I have several in the pipeline, and I'm planting my seeds, and I've got a YouTube channel started, and I'm working on that. So I'm just planting my seeds, and I really hope to do real well here.
Awesome.
Boom.
Welcome.
Awesome.
All
You,
right.
got, you see what happened here? Somebody that was standing there try to finagle the system. It's okay, we'll come to
I
you.
wanted to make sure.
Uh-oh.
Shannon's up.
He's a giver.
Right.
Hi, Shannon.
My story is, Shannon Hamilton, I live here in Vegas now. I was introduced, just like them, when I was 19 in the industry. 49 now, I'll be 50 in August.
Damn.
And I saw this on Facebook. Are you in the CBD industry? And I had got out of a company. I hit the top of a lot of companies fast, but what sucked for me is I know what I can do, but I couldn't help everybody else do it for whatever reason. When I went to the road show, I told Stephanie, I said, I know I can do it. It's not even a challenge in my mind for me. But I think I can help every person that joined me be successful. I'm like, let's do it. But wait, pump your brakes. Let me put some things in motion. So I put a post on Facebook. Saw 200 and something people say, send me the information. I didn't have nothing to say.
What was that post? You mind sharing what that post was?
It wasn't, are you in the CBD industry? I said, I'm thinking about doing CBD. And I put a picture of me on there. like this, some like
Selfie. So it's a selfie.
It was a selfie of me. I was
So
kind
you
of
guys-
laid back like this.
So take a note. Selfies
Like this.
work.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna do this CBD thing, and my timeline just blew up.
Wow.
I got lucky. I called Wayne Topola. Wayne said Andre's in town. I'm gonna be honest. If it would have been anybody other than Andre that I talked to, I would have still waited. Because I was being recruited. Every one of my close friends are in network marketing, and all of them are doing 7 figures. All of them, 100% of them. And I'm like, I don't want to be with you guys at this time. I want to do my own thing. I want to create my own world. And after I met Andre and Wayne and I talked, we did some pre-launch calls, got started. First 2 weeks, I had been out the industry for a while. Then I did my launch call. I think my first 2 weeks, about 20 something people signed up, which was okay. Then May came, and I'm like, my points don't carry over. I thought I had them for 30 days.
Oh.
And Wayne was like, no, you're starting from zero. And somebody I told, I'm going 5K, I'm going 10K, I'm going 25K, watch me.
I remember you told me too.
And I hit 5K in my first 10 days in May. Then the next week I hit 10K. I didn't hit 25K, so I did it in a burst. A May burst is do as much as I can in May, coach and support in June. July, I'm going 50K. Luckily.
Damn!
Because I did all my coaching in June. So all the coaching and support is over. Now it's time to go to work.
Look at those shoes.
Damn! Close up. This is like the shopping
look.
network.
Let me show you the bottom.
Oh, Luby!
Nice.
It's my cousin Luby.
Alright, awesome,
Boom, Shannon Hamilton.
Alright, let's move right here.
Boom.
I'm Helen Demers, and I want to thank you for giving me the address tonight.
You're welcome.
We've been back and forth trying to figure out where it's going to be. I've been in since
Us too.
February. I actually joined with Jill Viverka. She and I were in a business
Yeah, Jill.
prior to that a few months, and it went bye-bye, like that fast. So kind of stuck, and I've never done network marketing. I've owned businesses of my own. I've been self-employed for a number of years, customer service, sales, marketing, but I've never done internet marketing. And I can't tell you how much of a curveball that's been for me to try and learn all the Facebook stuff and how to do a post and how to do all this other stuff. But I'm real excited. I have a few things I want to talk about as far as questions, as far as how to target market people. I've joined groups, and one of them kicked me off. I mentioned what I do, and they didn't like that. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Bastards.
Okay.
And, yeah, I've done Facebook ads, and I've gotten those approved, and 3 days later they're gone.
Yeah.
So
Welcome to
I've
Facebook.
done a number of those. So I'm kind of in a position right now where I really want to focus and target. I really don't want to go out there and cherry pick just everybody and anybody.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out how to do that in the most concise way, to where I'm not just bouncing off the wall